should be able to deny this base. Finally, Broodlord's doing so much damage, but just like you said, there is no anti-air for EGMachine here. So he can't take out these Vikings too quickly. He needs some corruption in the mix. There goes some infested Terrans. They should be able to clean that up pretty easily, but I mean, he lost 1 or 2 Broodlords just because of that.
Yeah, he lost a good amount of Broodlords for free there, which is no fun at all. You gotta make sure you have those Corruptors or those Infestors there in that army, or perhaps a Queen if your creep spread is good enough. But you know, Machine losing, I think, 6 or 7 Broodlords that he really didn't have to lose. But Pokebunny playing this pretty well, realizing the fact that his opponent didn't have too much anti-air there and able to take care of that. But Pokebunny coming forward once again, chasing with those Marines. But the Corruptor's going to get out of there, and it looks like, I think these players are going to be able to take a breath because, you know, it looks like they're going to start building back up again they're back at 145.
Yeah, definitely something I'd like to see out of Pokebunny. And he's lost quite a bit through these engagements, quite a bit of SCVs through this engagement. He's sitting at 44 right now to the 79 drones of EGMachine. I mean, that EGMachine is doubling his economy right now, and that's just going to make him continue to be able to throw these units at Pokebunny, and he doesn't even have to worry really about being cost efficient.
Yeah, that's very true. And Pokebunny once again advancing towards the north side of the map. There is an expansion that just now finished here. Drones. Looks like that's probably all good. I don't see Machine trying to defend this. There we go. Just now bringing up the Broodlords, Infestors, Zerglings, Famous, and Ultralists to try to deal with this. Those are very nicely upgraded, but is it going to be enough? If Pokebunny is going to back away, accomplish his goal of denying that expo. And you know what? That's what Pokebunny has to focus on. Just keep your opponent from taking additional expansions. Go after his economy, and while building your own.
Yeah, definitely, Axel. I could not agree more. And I like these little tank placements up here, kind of the 12 o'clock position. The Marines are there to bait the army down this kind of ramp, and those tanks do so much damage from that position. So I've been really liking that out of Pokebunny. You see him continuing to reinforce in the middle of the map, trying to get that one base going again that has been attacked so brutally throughout this entire game.
Yeah, and you know that's like one of the key expansions for Pokebunny. If he can hold that, I feel like his future in this game is quite golden. Presuming he denies the 12 o'clock expansion, because that means he will be on even base with his Zerg opponent. And you know what? You can be a little bit more cost efficient with Terran units versus Zerg units to a certain extent.
Yeah, definitely. And, we see some more aggression going down over here at the 6 o'clock position. Going to try to take out this expansion that EG is going for. Nice little Marine spread going down. No opposite bumpers. They're going to go down to the Marines coming from the back here. And whoa.
Yeah, those are some embarrassed Marines there, all in the deep red, trying to target down some Broodlords. Medevac desperately trying to heal them back up. Pokebunny able to take out quite a few Broodlords there. So I'm not sure who got the better of that engagement, but once again, Pokebunny able to deny yet another expansion from his opponent, Machine. You know, the supply keeps staying relatively the same for both of these players, but again, I think it comes down to denying those top and bottom locations of Machine, because honestly, if you look at his third, he's mined out. He's got a bunch of drones just chilling there, wondering what they're supposed to do with their lives. The natural expansion, same story, except less drones. Main base, nothing left there as well. So Machine only on one mining base, and it's about to be depleted. Or two, I should say.
Yeah, he's got that kind of half base down here in the middle of the map as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still been ahead on workers, so that's kind of been in his favor this whole game, but I think he needs to start going in. He needs to deny some bases himself. Pokebunny needs to have this, he needs to take out this base up here at the 12 o'clock position. I think that's exactly what he's going to go for.
Yeah, and at the same time, Pokebunny advances to the south side of the map, so it could be a little bit of a, you know, base trade situation, but not really. I mean, Machine coming forward with this base, slamming into a bunch of SCVs as well as the planetary fortress, melted away. And at the same time, once again, Pokebunny advances towards the right side of the map and is trying to take out this expansion that doesn't have any minerals left at all, but nice bundles are going down by Machine, and plenty of ghosts remain, it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle I'm looking at it. Wish I could rotate my camera.
That's 3 or 4 ghosts remaining right there in that battle. EGMachine continues this aggression, heading down south with his Infestors and Ultralists. He has killed 73 workers this entire game, and that is huge in itself. Pokebunny's starting to slim down just a little bit. Pokebunny is currently not mining on any bases.
Yeah, and that Talker going to try to land that orbital command back down after getting rid of that Zerg army. But Machine coming forward here has 1 Ultras, 3 Corruptors, plenty of Zerglings coming forward as well as 1 Infestor with a decent amount of energy. I think he tried to unburrow an Infestor that got a decent pump goes off, but Pokebunny taking down so many drones, should lay down a scan, that would be so clutch, but not seeing the little ripples in the ground, so he's going to return back home to defend his last remaining mining base, and it looks like he's moving his natural expansion command center over to the top left, probably going to drop a bunch of mules there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a good move by Pokebunny and EGMachine, sending these drones down to the south, where the Marine Pokebunny force is. Again, these drones just cannot escape Pokebunny's force.
Yeah, and they're all going to melt away. Quite sad for Machine there, and he's losing drones everywhere. And Pokebunny closing the supply lead there from Machine. It's now 120 to 107. Pokemon's going to up from that investor, nailing a lot of these Marines and Ghosts, but there are medevacs above, so they'll be able to heal those back to full health quite quickly. And Machine, desperately trying to hold on, has plenty of Infestors, Banelings, and Ultras back, above that base, but not choosing to engage just yet. I wonder what he's waiting for, perhaps he thinks to unsiege. But let's see if Patcher will go down.
I really like the patience that right now, not engaging in a bad time, and kind of he's like, alright, I can afford to lose that match. I have another base. Mining base is going down right now. Finally, the Marine forces getting cleaned up through the fungals and these ultras. Tanks were just a little out of position, so there we go. You should be able to clean the rest of this up. Corrupt is trying to take down the medevacs even. Vegetarians shooting down upon the tanks, but there's still about 4 tanks left.
Yeah, and like there's only one Marine and one Ghost as anti-air, so if Machine had like four mutas, who am I kidding, there's a Marine in there, 10 mutas, he could possibly clean that up, but it looks like Pokebunny is gonna return back home and live to fight another day. But Machine once again trying to take this expansion at the top side of the map. His hatchery died in the middle of the map. I don't think he's going to try to retake that, honestly. Gas depleted, there's very little minerals remaining there. But again, he's starving. 95 to 64 is the supply lead for Machine. Again, Pokebunny, closing that gap quite a bit, and he's saturating that top left expansion with so many mules. Right now, he's mineral starved, and as a Terran, if he just drops a bunch of mules, he can get all that back quite quickly. So Pokebunny's going to be in great shape here, and I'm a little bit scared for Machine.
Yeah, this game has been nail-bitingly close the entire time. They have been going back and forth with one another, aggression after aggression, and it's just hard to say who's going to be coming out on top here. Pokebunny finally throwing down a ton of fuel on this last mineral base right here. Again, like you've been saying, EGMachine has been trying to take advantage of the south base and the north base. Now we see Pokebunny moving across the map again. I don't know if he has the forces to take all this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Machine does not want to engage offensive at all. That completely negates, the majority of the effectiveness of his units. Those Zerglings, those Banelings, so important to engage well on creep. The problem is, there's no creep on Pokebunny's side of the map. But he did burrow 2 Banelings there at the bottom side of the map, and it looks like Pokebunny was thinking about, oh my god, the Marines almost right over them.
Tanks of Peace right on top of them right now. Here we go, some more aggression going down. Bailey's kind of blowing up on that one Marine. The best Terrans being thrown out. These tanks are all alone right now. But there's some more aggression going up at the north side as Machine's trying to deny this base up here. And some lings have been burrowed. But Machine needs to protect this base down at the south.
Yeah, and at the same time, a Machine went for a counterattack to the top left-hand location, and Pokebunny able to clean up the majority of it. However, 4 lings remain. The SUV is just going to be like, alright, you want in on the action, we're going to attack. But it's not going to be killing absolutely everything up here. But there is another gate at the bottom side of the map. Lings and Banelings engaging the Marines, tanks, and so there are still 2 Banelings burrowed there. Burrowed, and all the Marines go down. What unburrowing of those Banelings by Machine. Very cool to see. And Machine now has the supply lead 93 to 57. This game is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, Axel. Looks like Pokebunny's going to still continue to rain fire down on this southern base right here. EGMachine is starting to almost be mined out of this base down here at the 5 o'clock position. But I mean, that's one economic gain that he has over Pokebunny right now. Pokebunny is not mining at the north. We see EGMachine throwing down so many infested Terrans to deny this overload.
Oh my god, this is incredible. I mean, Machine doing exactly what he has to do right now, denying the additional expansions of his opponent. Took down that top left. If he can keep that from going up, I think he's in a great situation. A 99 to 46 supply, has plenty of gas banked, but he needs minerals too. And he's starting to dry out in the bottom right, but at least he's mining, because Pokebunny is not mining at all. He only has 11 minerals right now. Can't even repair it. He can repair it, but that won't last long.
Yeah. EGMachine trying to build up a force down here at the south. He should be moving out here momentarily. Maybe he could just go right into the main. Maybe just cut the production completely off. Not that anything's really being built right now. If we look at the production tab, it's completely nothing right now for either player. One SCV being built. Pokebunny just really has to make use of this army.
Oh my god, bro, Bailey. Oh my god. Machine.
So good.
Wow. I think Machine's going to win this game. He's going to win this game because of his Burrow Bailey play. That's like, I think 4 times we saw Machine just absolutely melt a Marine Ghost army from Pokebunny. And you may be like, oh, that's not a big deal. At this point in the game, it's a pretty big deal, considering both these players are under 100 supply at the 41-minute mark, and Pokebunny has essentially no money and no income. He's just now dropping mules at the top left, but every single Marine, every single Ghost counts in Machine, taking out the majority of them there with those Banelands.
Very nice. Again, this has just been nail-biting the whole entire time, Axel. It looks like Machine is going to be going for this top north base. This is going to have to be it for Pokemon. He can't defend this. His production is going to completely stop. He's not going to have any sort of income. And again, it's only 30 to supply to 90. These Marines right here are all that he has.
Yeah, and, you know, Marines are great, but, you know, there comes a point where it's not going to be enough. And right now, Machine has so many Banelings, so many Zerglings, so many Infestors. Pokemon is stimming for these last remaining Marines, but all Machine has to do is get a nice round, throwing down some Infestor Terrans and try to go for this Terrans on these Marines, and he's going to get it. He's going to load up his medevac if he is, so Pokemon is going to get out of there for the time being, but there's no ignoring that Zergling Infestor Baneling army at this point. 92 to 27 is the supply lead for Machine. He's looking incredibly good. Having the scan to try to get rid of that Kuro Zergling finally does that, landing the command center, and doesn't even have that many mules left, to be honest. So
yeah.
This is looking very, very bad for Pokemon.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that statement, Axel. Here we go. Some medevac trying to get up there. Ooh, a stim going down, trying to catch these infested Terrans, or excuse me, these Infestors, I believe. Kind of a wasted stim there. You don't want to be trigger happy with that.
Yeah, Pokemon has to be careful. I think he saw those Infestors through. He wants nothing to do with getting punched with right now. Trying to be as cost efficient as possible, but there goes a punch with. Here comes the Zerglings and the Bandits. That's the Terrans going down. Pokemon on the last of the supply, and there is the GG and the well played. So, Machine taking a big breath. Machine gonna equalize the series 1-1, which means we're gonna go into a game 3. Whew, how about that game, Nerd Swagger?
Yeah, that was, again, I couldn't say anything more than it was just nail-biting back and forth aggression. I liked that out of both players. We saw Machine just continuing to deny bases, and Pokebunny did the exact same. They were just 1-2ing each other the whole entire time, though the drop play, I would say, for Pokebunny didn't really work out in his favor.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't. Machine was very proactive about defending those. I mean, sure, they got some drone kills here and there, but long-term, Machine dealt with them quite nicely. And again, I think a lot of that game came down to those burrowed Banelings. I mean, Pokebunny had limited resources, limited income, a limited army, and then he lost half his army at the click of a button from Machine. And when that happens, it's not good news at all. So very cool game there from both of the players. Well played by both, but Machine obviously coming out on top, which means we're going to go into a game 3. And I think the map is going to be, let me look really quick, I think it's going to be on GSL Belshire Beach. So, that being said, don't go anywhere, guys. This is the ONOG 3K Online Invitational. More action coming up, more specifically, Game 3 between Pokebunny and Machine.